Today I'm going to introduce the Chinese L1 interference for IL2 learners. The topic I'm focusing is the rhetorical pattern. These are the list of literature I used for my essay, and here I'm going to introduce the literature review briefly. The two main communication styles are Anglo-American style and the Chinese style. In terms of aims of communication for people from Anglo-American culture, they mainly use language to exchange information, resolve problems, and state one's own opinion. On the contrary, for people from Chinese, they use language to establish interpersonal relationships and offer possible solutions, and also establishing harmonious communicative atmosphere is one of the main parts of the communication, and also to obey the loyalty for the group and society also affects Chinese people's communication styles. In terms of the traits of these two communication styles, for Anglo-American, direct, clarity, and precision are mainly reflected on the written essays, and also explicit, linear, create one's own idea. The main concept for people from Anglo-American culture. For Chinese people, their written essays are indirect, explicit, and circling, and also using traditional accepted concepts are quite obvious in their written essay, such as using proverbs to prove their opinions and statement. These two are the problems with the literatures. The first one is the absence of adequate teaching methods to tackle the rhetorical pattern transitioning problems that Chinese students are facing. The second one is choosing Taiwanese as the representative of Chinese students is questionable, because the English teaching systems are not exactly the same between Taiwan and mainland China. And here's the in-class activities I designed for teachers to tackle the rhetorical patterns that Chinese students are facing. Here we assume that a class lasts 45 minutes. For the first 10 minutes, the job for the English writing teacher is to introduce the discourse marker and for students to practicing them. And it would be better for the English teacher to teach these discourse marker in categories. For example, the first category is reason and cause category, including therefore, thus, as a result of. As for the turning point category, we have however, instead, despite. And also we have progressive relationships. Moreover, in addition, besides most frequently used by native writers, if students could use this discourse markers appropriately, the cohesion and coherence of their essay will be highly improved. And for the next 20 minutes, the job for students is to write the outline of their argumentative essays. For example, the job of teacher is to describe the structure of the essay, which include this is a statement, stand for the essay, topic, sentence, example, and conclusion. Elaborating each part of the structure would help students to write their topic, to write their essay more clearly and processive. For instance, how to describe your thesis statement in 2 or 3 sentences at the beginning of the essay. These 3 are teachers could introduce to the students, such as state a fact, ask the question, and tell a brief story. And also for the next 10 minutes, it was designed for the students to write one body paragraph. During this process, I would strongly recommend that the teachers to encourage their students to use the discourse markers that are just taught at the beginning of the classes. And also, when it comes to the last 5 minutes of the class, the simple essay activity are needed, and the comments given by the classmates and teachers are also helpful, because the teachers need to analyze the simple essay that student just wrote. This immediate comparison will leave the strongest impression for students and will help them to make the most efficient improvement. If the time is efficient, the peer comments can be involved. And these are the brief in-class activities I designed for the L2 teachers in the English writing classes. And thank you for listening.